Good morning. This is Mike Teese with Keller Williams, and we're going to start a series of videos on the purchase agreements. Today we're going to talk about page 1 of the purchase agreement, and we will subsequently go through the additional pages in separate videos. So I wanted to take some time to talk about this document, which is our offer to purchase real estate and acceptance. It's arguably the most detailed and difficult document to deal with, and therefore also the most important. So we're going to kind of go through the first page, and I'll kind of give my comments, and we'll review the form and give you some good direction as far as how to complete it. So it starts off in the beginning, and I'll reference the page lines, page numbers, lines 1 through 3, which basically just designate who the buyer is, their name, and then what they're offering on, a description of the property, which is basically the address, and then also the permanent parcel number. Permanent parcel number you can get off of the MLS printout. You can also get that off of the Cuyahoga County Auditor's website. Just need to make sure that the two of them correspond to each other. The section of 4, line 4 through basically line 16 talks about the property chattel, things like the appliances, central air, ceiling fans, light fixtures, window treatments, etc. A series of check boxes that you would complete that are to be included in the offer. We're also, on line 15, also able to add separate things that might not be in the checkbox area. Also included would be things like an outbuilding, for instance. That would be a good classic one that would be included. And then also things not included is on line 16, and that would refer to things that maybe in the MLS the listing agent is saying that the dining room chandelier is not steady, and your client is fine with that, and that's written in there so that there's no confusion about it. So those lines really deal with describing the property, describing what goes with it, and then getting into further detail about things like I said, the appliances, and some of the other ancillary things like window treatments, etc. Line 17 through 21 really deals with something that most of you will not do, and this is whether or not this is a secondary offer or not. The vast majority of the times you're going to check the box that it is not a secondary offer. So what is a secondary offer? A secondary offer, which is something that is written when, let's say, for instance, you've written on a property and you're in multiple offers and you lose it, and they sign a primary offer with somebody. And you then take it to the next level and go to the listing agent and say, if you're in agreement, we'd like to execute a secondary offer and have you sign an agreement with my client, and we'll be in second position. So what does that mean? What that means is that if the primary offer falls apart for whatever reason, inspection, financing, you have a written offer already in place, and once that primary offer is released via a mutual release, your client's contract moves into primary position, and you have the property locked up. Okay, and so the odds of that, working in your client's favor are not great, but I have had successful secondary offers come through. The benefit to your client, especially if you really like the property, is let's say they bought a property or they tried to buy a property and they lost out, and there were 6 offers. Well, if you're the listing agent and you have no secondary offers, and the primary offer falls apart, you're going to call those other 5 offers. You can call all of them. Whereas with a secondary offer, that's not going to happen. Your client now has their secondary offer moving to primary position and have it locked up, and it's not going back to market. It's staying contingent, and it's moving on to your client and then doing their due diligence. So that's a little bit about the secondary offer. Line 23, we have added a line that allows you to put a deadline on an offer as far as a response. And so feel free to use that if you so choose in writing an offer with a deadline. So let's talk about the money lines, which are basically starting at line 25 and going through line 40. So the first one is the buyer's price, what they're willing to pay. So for this example on this contract, let's use $100,000. If we're going to offer $100,000, that's what you would write on line 26. If we skip down to line 32, this has to do with the earnest money. And there's several ways that you can check that the earnest money is going to be redeemed. It's wired to the escrow agent, It's a check made payable to the escrow agent. Once again, we at Keller Williams do not accept earnest money written to us, so you would write it to the title company of your choice, or a note to be redeemed within 4 days. In Dot Loop, which is what we're currently using, there is a promissory note that you can fill out, and that would be the note that would be used in making the offer, and then upon acceptance, you would collect the check. So those are the 3 methods on lines 33, 34, and 35 that you could use to redeem earnest money. So this example, usually the rule of thumb, 1% is a pretty good indicator as far as what earnest money should be. So if we use that example here, that would be $1,000 worth of earnest money. And so therefore, the buyer shall pay $100,000. You're going to offer $1,000 worth of earnest money on line 31. And let's talk about their down payment. Let's say they're going to put 10% down. Well, 10% of $100,000 is $10,000. So on line 37, cash down payment to be deposited with the escrow agent, I would put in there $9,000. The $9,000 plus the $1,000 earnest money equals the $10,000, which is the 10% down. And then, therefore, obviously, if you do the math on line 40, the mortgage loan to be obtained by the buyer would be $90,000. So that's an example of how the money can flow when it comes to a transaction. Line 42 is very important. You have to check what type of financing that they're using. Conventional, FHA, VA, cash, or some other type, like 1031 exchange, for instance. But once again, very rare. Most of your people are either going to be cash or they're going to be FHA or conventional. So you check the box, and it's a good practice to provide pre-approval with the offer. There on line 42, there's a line to the right after other. This is a good place to put in where if you're asking for a contribution from the seller. So let's just say in this $100,000 offer, your client needs 3% contribution, or they need $2,000. But you either want to state a percentage or an actual dollar amount. So in this instance, let's state a percentage. And so here you would write in that line, this is a good place to put it, that the seller is to contribute 3% towards the buyer's closing costs and prepaids. It's pretty much the right language. Seller to contribute 3% to buyer's closing costs and prepaids. And I think that this is a good place to put it. It's in there, right there with the offer as far as what you're offering, what you're putting down, and the type of financing. Okay? We also talk about a little bit here about how anything over $10,000, as we move down into lines 42 to 45, anything over $10,000 has to be wired to the title company. No certified checks any longer. Anything over $10,000 requires a wire transfer. It then continues on and talks about on line 47 to 51, electronic data security. And this is also something that's relatively new to our contract. And just basically is putting the parties on notice that that the instructions to wire money is going to be something that's going to be independently given to them, not from us, and just talks about how they need to be aware of we're indemnified from any claims damages if they somehow get defrauded of their money. We, as agents, do not give out wiring instructions. We rely on basically the entities that are doing the transaction, which would basically be banks and title companies to provide that information. And then lastly, we'll touch on the final 2 lines of this, which is the financing. And then on page 2 on the next video, we'll go into more detail about the financing. But here it talks about the financing. The offer is conditioned upon the buyer making a written application for the above mortgage loan within X amount of days after acceptance, and using good faith efforts to get the written commitment. So typically, I think 5 to 7 days is more than enough for them to officially apply for the loan. Many people are coming with pre-qualifications and or pre-approvals, so they've begun the process. They're waiting for a contract to get done that they can submit to their bank and then further the process. But I usually put in 5 days. I don't think I'd go any further than 7 days. So that's a little bit about page 1 of the offer to purchase real estate and acceptance.